and forth. I can kill I can attack his main at the same time. I can attack his expansion at the same time. The wonders about human versus night elf, once you get your expansion up with a few towers, and the night elf counter expands, you can harass his main and his expansion all the fuck you want, because he's like, okay, you have a tower at your main, you have a masonry upgrade, your base is blocked at your main, so your main is pretty much okay once your expansion gets up, if it's not getting harassed all game. And then you have maybe 4 or 5 towers. Well, if you're going for a mass expand tank strat, which I don't really suggest on this map, because it's just that there's only like one gold mine, one easy gold mine I should say, and it's not really a big map. So, by the way, when you're going for an army strat like I'm doing in this game, you don't want to get too many towers. See, I only have 4 towers right now because I'm going for an army versus army strat. I'm not going for tri-hero mass tanks and griffins and shit like that. I'm going for, breaker, mortar, casters and stuff and it mixes a lot of stuff. So as you saw in the middle, I killed his shop, which is really good for me. He can't get another staff after that. He can't buy pots. He pretty much can't do anything with getting clarities and stuff like that. So I take advantage of him being in middle, because I know he was in middle because his demon heart was attacking my archmage. This is when you want to harass as much as you can. You're pretty much buying time to build your army. So I send 3 footmen to his expansion, and once you do that, you pretty much have the idea that he's gonna go to his expansion to defend it off, and that's when you want to counter. That's when you want to counter his main and just kill wisps. If you can't try and kill wisps, just attack the gold mine. Make the gold mine wisps come out and attack those. Just do as much as you can to make him raise his APM, make him make more mistakes, make him make him work for being a night elf player, being a gay night elf player. You gay night elf players should work and try and win, not just doing stupid easy strats. I'm not gonna complain about night elf because all races are somewhat lame. And as you saw, once I attacked his expansion with my 3 footmen, and then I attacked with my main, he moved his army back up to his main to stop my archmage and stuff. So then I moved my footmen down and I was making sure that he had his army at his main. So then I bring my footmen back up. All this is just making him run across the map. It's not letting him creep his panda heights, not letting him get another expansion. It's pretty much just me controlling the game, and that's what you have to do versus night elf. If you don't, then he's gonna have his way with you. He's gonna have map control. If you don't have map control versus a night elf, I mean, they can expand just as easy as humans can, because they only need 1 wisp. I'm sure it can get canceled, but if they have map control with high heroes, like how are you gonna cancel a night elf expansion when it's like that? So as you see my phone, I know this one's gonna die because that dryad slows it. I'm trying to move everything just to make him buy time to kill my footman. So that's why I move it all the way down to make him chase it. So now at this point I'm just like, okay, he has a decent sized army and I harassed enough. This is when you wanna creep your Mountain King. If I were to push right now, I really think I would lose with level 1 Mountain King. You can't really push at this point with level 1 Mountain King. I mean, like, early in the game, if that was my plan, when you're going for your tier 2 push when you expand, like, in the beginning you don't really want to harass a lot. Like, the only time you really see the night elf is when you push. You want to creep level 3, and then when you get tier 2, that's when you push. You don't really, at least in my opinion, that's not really how I do it. I've been harassing this game so much, it's not really smart just to push right away, because I'm never like, gotten a fight with his army, so I know he has a good army. The only thing that's slowing him down is just me going back and forth to his base and his main. So that's when you want to creep your Mountain King up. And obviously, right when my tier 2 was done, you get 2 Arcane Tanks in your workshop. It can be outside your main, or it can be outside your expansion. I don't think it really matters that much. I think when you go tanks, it's better to put it at your expansion, because most of the time when you put your expansion well, they won't hit your expansion. They'll go for your main, and if they go for your main and your workshops are outside your main, then they'll get cancelled, and you won't have any tanks to harass with. But in this case, I didn't think it was that big of a deal to build them to my outside my main. So as you see, I wasn't confident in this fight, and at that fight right there. I mean, I knew he was gonna get a 3rd hero like he just did. I knew that he had, before you get in a fight with the night elf, you really have to look at the inventory on the Night Elf. I saw that he has, you know, what, Green Moon Pond's Panda. He's a staff on his Panda, so I can't focus the Demon Hunter. Even if I do try and focus the Demon Hunter, I'm gonna lose all my breakers to all those bears that he has. So I pretty much just TP away. I mean, the strat that I do and you see other humans do, it's not always gonna work the first time you do it. You're gonna have a lot of experience losing versus Night Elf. You're gonna have a lot of experience losing versus Demon Hunter Panda, and I still lose to it. It's pretty much just who can play the best during that time. And that's pretty much what decides the factor of you know, who wins tournaments and top players, who wins games and top games, because pretty much whoever plays the best. They all have great micro, great macro, you know, all the above of what the high players have. They all have it. It's just who plays best at that tournament and who plays best on that day. And some players are more consistent than others, and I think that's what makes another person sway over another. So as you saw, when I made that encounter with him in middle, you know, look at the Nautilus army. If he doesn't have enough, if elite, like Lotto has one Dryad, you can get more Sorks and more Mortars because, you know, if you kill the Dryad, then he won't be able to abolish slow. So you can get more Sorks, which is why I go more Sorks this game than usual, because I saw Lotto was getting a lot more bears. So in this fight, you pretty much just want to make your Mortars attack the Dryad. Once you kill the Dryad, you pretty much just, you know, 8 clicks bolt on one bear. If he runs that bear away, then you pretty much have to 8 click, which is what I'm doing right now. You know, micro as much as you can. As you see, I did buy a flying machine. Pretty much when you're versing fairies, you want to build at least 1 or 2 flying machines, and also get source for invis. You want to get that invis upgrade on your sorceress. You can time bolts well with it. You can pick off heroes with invis. You can save your heroes with invis. Invis is like one of the best heroes, one of the best skills that human has. The mistake Lotto does right here, as you see, he doesn't staff his Demon Hunter. I don't know if it was on cooldown. I'm pretty sure it wasn't on cooldown because it's saying it's not on cooldown. This is a mistake he did. I think he might have misclicked, or his hotkey was screwed up. Like, you'll see him start complaining about lag later on in this game. So after kill the Demon Hunter, I think that I did pretty good. There wasn't a point for me staying. And right after kill the Demon Hunter, I clicked on the Panda and I saw that he still had his greater mana pot with 100 mana. It was like 90 mana. So that's a flame. That's probably another like 4 or 5 flames. I didn't have any breakers, and my Mon King was very, very low. So that's why I decided to TP out and you know, live to fight another day. Save my army. You can't be reckless with your army. Human versus Night Elf, especially versus Panda. Yeah, that goes for the same as versus Undead too. If you're actually getting an army versus Undead, it doesn't happen very much, but you know, humans like to get armies versus Undead sometimes instead of just mass exploiting towers. I get that bear. Always if you're dancing with a player, always focus the bear that's not in bear form because they die a lot quicker. Bolt, and he didn't staff there. I don't know what the hell I was doing. I don't know if this was his first game of the day, or what. So in this game, I'll also be talking about how to sort of deal with the ultimates of versus the Panda and the Demon Hunter. There is a mistake a lot of in this game where he uses his ultimate, I think, too early because he thinks I'm gonna fight. And that just plays to my favor because I have my Archmage level 6 spell, which is awesome. So it's pretty much just not doing anything right now. I mean, I still have my expansion up, he still has his expansion up. We're pretty much walking around the map killing as much creeps as we can to get as much of an advantage as we can. I have middle control, so I control the shops. I have 2 scrolls on my Archmage, 1 scroll on my Mountain King. I should just get maybe 3 or 4 if you don't have 3 or 4 scrolls versus a level, you know, 3 Panda or higher. Late game, you're not gonna he's just gonna kill you with his Panda. And you'll see my well-timed heal scrolls in this next fight right here. Now my initial plan right here was just to kill the expansion and back out Since I don't have a TP, all I can do is back out. I probably should have bought a TP, but